Hey, it's Henry A1 Autos back with another DIY video. Today we're going to be working on a 2007 BMW 335i. We're going to be changing the alternator on this vehicle. So we're going to dive right on in. You want to remove this air duct. Get that out your way. Then you want to start taking apart the air filter housing. Shut off by unclamping the top of the air filter housing. Just pull those clamps off. Locate them and pull them off. Also, you want to remove this hose. This hose, you use 2 fingers and push inward and pull up. And that releases that hose. Get that out your way. Then you remove the air filter.
6mm.
Yep, it's a 6mm socket. Use that to remove this clamp right here. So you can release the air filter housing. It's going to be one in the back of the housing as well. You're going to have to remove. I'm going to show you that in just a second. Look closely. It's going to be at the top of the camera. Right there. Seeing it right there for a second. Get that loose. Then you want to pull that air filter out. Alrighty, now we have better access so I can show you guys this clamp I was telling you about that you have to remove for the air filter housing. That clamp right there, loosen that up with a 6mm socket and you'll be able to pull that air housing out. Also want to remove these 2 bolts that's connected to this hose right here. So you have a little wiggle room to move it around in order for you to get to the alternator bolts, the lower ones. Also, you want to remove this hose. I used a screwdriver, push down on the tab, it released it, and I pulled the hose towards me, comes straight off. Now I can lift up this hose and get access to those lower alternator bolts, as you can see here. Go ahead and get you extension with a swivel and a 13mm socket so you can get onto those bolts and loosen them up, take them out. This is a T25, don't quote me on this. Use that to loosen up this bolt and remove it. Once you get that off, you want to go ahead and remove the alternator power supply bolt. Remove this bolt here. Connector down here. There we go. Now move this connector. You want to push down on this tab at the bottom. That releases it and pull it. That gets that off. Now you want to remove these 13mm bolts at the top of your alternator. Okay, now that we have the alternator loose, now we have to remove the cover and engine cover here. There's 2 bolts at the top. I believe they're 6mm as well. 6mm socket. Get those off. You want to pull your engine cover off. It's kind of hard to get off. You have to wiggle it around, but it will slip off. Just get the right angles. As a mechanic, you gotta know your angles. There we go. Now we're gonna take the intake bolts off. They're 11mm sockets. I believe it's like 6 or 7 of them. Just go through them and remove them. Take your time. Don't lose them or drop them because they are small bolts. And if you drop them, they'll be very difficult to retrieve from the engine bay. Alrighty, so now you got your intake loose. You want to wiggle it over to the right as much as possible. Then you want to get a pry bar and pry under the alternator to the right as much as possible until it pops loose, just like so. Then you want to remove your alternator. This alternator was in pretty bad shape, had a lot of debris, and the belt was kind of getting ruined and shoved into the alternator holes. But that's how you remove it, and it's just a reverse method from there to install the new alternator. Like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day. For all your mobile mechanic needs, call Henry A1 Autos. Thank you.